Hi, the old guy here. Look at this Stubby, man. There's no name on it, but this rivals or surpasses the one I used to own back in the 90s. I mean, this is just a piece of work. Look how thick that is. Great carving. I wonder if this is a custom pipe. If it's a custom, it surely is made very well. So what I pulled out was this. Organic plug, okay? As I recall, now I did this like still within about, what's that, within 3 months of my concussion, my traumatic brain injury. So I didn't put a lot of notes on here, but I remember this. I remember making this. I took some of the low nicotine lemon Virginia from Whole Leaf. That I still have some of. Have 2 pounds left. That's what I bought to make my son cigarettes out of, because it's organic, and he's a smoker. He's a cigarette smoker, and as I found out, the non-organic, the commercial fertilizer has radioactivity in it. So, duh. I mean, like, how can you give yourself cancer but smoke radioactive fertilizer through the tobacco? It's my bullets. Watered down, of course. So look at the date, 8/8/24. What I had done with this jar in particular. So I took some of that lemon Virginia. I think it's flu cured. I chopped it up in flakes with just scissors. I believe I remember putting a spray of this bourbon right here and a spray of honey on it. I was cooking it up on the dashboard. I mean, it got really hot. It got really hot. When I first tried it, I don't know. It was not much. But then I got one of those compressors off of Amazon, made a big plug, threw it in here, right? Broke it up a bit and threw it in here. And so today is October the 31st, right? What's that? Almost 3 months, like 2 months and a couple weeks. And this turned into the most mellow smoke. All that green smoke, it's not there anymore. Now I'm wondering, how's this is going to be in another 2 months, 2 months after that, because I got enough to play around with. So my goal is to find a good mix for low nicotine, because I have bad side effects from a lot of nicotine. I really do. I can't tolerate it. And I think I might have stumbled on something here. So this is organic from the Whole Leaf Company, organic lemon Virginia. I think it's flu cured, and I played around with it, and I'm noticing that the longer it sits just in this jar, the longer it sits in the jar, the more mellow it's getting. Still the low nicotine, but I did add, bourbon spray, and I did add a honey spray, and I did process it with heat, and it's really turning into a great mix. I think that lemon is what, $20 a pound, 19 a pound. It's not that much, and the fun I had with it is paying off. And this was used, I found it used. There's one little, where is it? There's a little divot along here. So I got the cataracts, right? It's hard to find. I know it's here though. There's one little divot, but it's inconsequential. And so what I've done, I've gotten tobacco from whole leaf in. I got some Red Virginia that's just going to be incredible when I get through it and get everything right and process it. But this lemon is really starting to be what I'm looking for. Very mellow smoke, low in nicotine. Because as you found out from my other videos, my first smoke was a corncob pipe in the cornfield that I made with the penknife that my daddy gave me. What he did, he took the penknife and he struck it on the curb, and he took the edge off so I couldn't slice my own throat and slice my fingers off. But it had a nice sharp tip, and I took a piece of stick that had very pithy in the middle, hollowed that out with another stick, and stuck it in the corn cob that I just broke off. I broke it off, kept the bottom of that whatever it is, marshmallow in there in the middle, and had my first smoke with corn silk, black corn silk. And I'm telling you, I want y'all to consider your first smoke. For some, it was at a more mature age. But I think we all try to capture that first smoke. I'm trying to capture corn silk. Can you imagine that? So I just wanted to give you a little heads up. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? There's no name on it. There is no name on it. What a fine pipe. And very inexpensive. Lemon, Virginia. I think it's flue cured, but it's organic. And I've been seeking organics because, I just don't like the idea of commercial fertilizer that injects radiation into our body. I mean, that is shit. I wonder why the tobacco companies don't just get a hold of organic. Why don't they do it? Now, I'm doing some research. My son bought some Dominican cigars. I posted about that, I think. And Dominican Republic doesn't use commercial fertilizers. They don't use much fertilizer at all. I think that might be one of the 4 that don't use any of that. And maybe they have rich volcanic soil. One of them does. But whatever the Dominican Republic is doing, it's organic. And so I'm getting some of that tobacco in. I ordered that from Whole Leaf too. But, I mean, come on, folks. Is this amazing? It amazes me. Now, maybe the Boulier bolete kind of helps. I think, it's okay sipping on tea and sipping on water, but a good bourbon, Look, he's going out. Let's see. Oh, I also tried that Frank packing. It seems to be doing okay, but I think I'm going to go back on this one, just this Stubby. I'm going to go back to my old way of packing. This is going out an awful lot, and there's still a lot of tobacco in there. This isn't overly saturated with, with water, basically. This is not over humidified. So I'll be trying some more along the way with this. What I'm trying to do, so I'm getting the Dominican leaf in, it's basically organic. I'm going to do a blend with the lemon and with the Dominican, and that's a cigar tobacco. I'm going to try a blend and try to get something right in the middle. But I'll tell you what, this really is coming out superb. So listen, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get outside of the commercial tobaccos and do your own thing. You're not going to die. You're not going to break. You're not going to destroy your lungs. You're not going to destroy your mind. It's just tobacco, people. And it's actually healthier tobacco. What I'm doing here is tamping at an angle around the hole, the draw hole, and I love this neighborhood. Look, there's a guy out walking his dog. There we go, starting to smoke. This is really, just this alone is an excellent tobacco. Not harsh, low nicotine, which I really enjoy. Good rehill. I used to think that was French inhaling, but no, I figured French inhaling with the cigarettes, draw it into the mouth with the throat closed, and then blow it out and inhale it up through your nose. Okay, I figured that out. I remembered back in the day. But this rehealing, the rehealing is particularly enjoyable. So I would encourage you to get whole leaf tobacco from whatever company. I'm doing more research on Dominican. The other one is Nicaraguan. And then there's two more that don't use that commercial radioactive fertilizer. And I like that idea. I don't want to put radioactivity into my frickin' body, So let me put this appeal out to all you tobacco manufacturers. How about it? How about going to something that doesn't have radioactive fertilizer? Huh? Please? Well, this is the old guy. Got my Bolete bourbon. My Stubby. Is that incredible? I mean, how do I find these things? I can't tell you, or, I might have to. No, I won't do that to you. And just some more inexpensive, like filler cigarette material. Tobacco's an incredible thing. The more I play around with it, and I didn't do this back in the day, I was just buying over the counter. The more I play around with it, the more I'm finding that to trust my instincts. I'm not measuring. I don't measure. I can't measure. I have dyscalculia. I'm not good with numbers. I'm just going with my gut, but my gut seems to tell me, which path to follow on this. And this is the path to follow right here. I'm going to be doing more of this right here. When that Dominican comes in, then I'm going to get some Nicaraguan. And then the other two, whatever they are, we went to a great pipe shop. No, actually, it's more of a cigar shop. They have pipes. Great cigar shop in Colorado Springs called Zen Pipes, Zen Cigars. I forget what it's called. But it's down in the corner of Austin Bluffs and Tejon. And the guy there was from, I could tell, I asked him, he was going on and on. I said, which borough are you from? The guy was from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. I mean, wow, it was like going home again. Now in Brooklyn and in the other boroughs, you show up at a shop, you show up at a pipe shop. Not the finer ones. The finer pipe shops are all, they're wearing ties. But I'm saying like the outside pipe shops. What do you want? And that's a greeting of respect in Brooklyn. That's a greeting of respect in Philadelphia, where I'm from, around that area. Some of them say, what the hell do you want? Now, if you're easily offended, you don't want to go anywhere in the Northeast. To a pipe shop, to a cigar shop, to a music store, to anything much. Do you remember the Soup Nazi on Seinfeld? That is accurate. But it's a show of affection, really. I was playing with the guy, he was playing with me. And I stunned him, this Brooklyn guy. I mean, Brooklyn is the center of the known universe, really, for New York. It really is. That's where the attitude is. That's where the culture is. That's where the good food is. And so this guy's going on with his Brooklyn. I let him have his thing, and he and my oldest son are going back and forth. Christian is from back there, too. So they were really having a great time bantering as two grown men. So right at the end of it, he asked me, where are you from? I said, I'm from south of Exit 1. Now, when you're back from there in New York, New Jersey, and all that, it's all about the exits to New Jersey. Now, I didn't stop there. I said, I'm from south of Exit 1, where we eat the muskrat we trap. And we do. Can you believe that? He hesitated for 1 second, and I knew I had him. Because, Brooklyn and New Jersey, we don't want to give anything. We don't want to give an inch. And he hesitated for a second. I knew I had him, and I made a great friend there. So there's the gentlemanly art of tobacco and cigars and pipes. And then there's the, I would say the blue collar of it. And I'm comfortable around either. And this guy was a taste of home. God bless him. Zen, whatever, on the corner of Austin Bluffs and Tejon. Now, it's spelled Tejon, Tejon, but we're out in an area that used to be almost owned by Mexico, so it's with the accent, right? So, folks, I'm going to sign off now with my special blend, lemon that's been that has toppings, that has been cooked out in the open sun, and this beautiful Stubby. Look at that. Look. I mean, come on, folks. Look. Oh, my. I can't tell you where I got it from. I have a source for old pipes that's just amazing. And I can't tell you where it's at because I won't get any more old pipes. You'll get them. It's an auction house online. And I'm very thankful that, God brought this my way. God's restored a lot in my life, let me tell you. I was doing great. Everything was going good. And then a couple years ago, everything fell apart. I had a horrible horsing accident that almost killed me. It's got me half crippled still. Although, look, I'm doing the gym, you know that, lots of gym. I'm not laying down, and I got a lot of my musical instruments back in that I had to sell, and I'm getting my pipes in that I had to sell. And I think it's going to be a smooth ride from here on out. I'm not giving this up. This is mine for life. And I'm applying my instincts, my training. I'm a retired nurse. I am a retired luthier, guitar luthier. There's a lot of training, and I used to work with violins. There's a lot of training that you may have. You may have some training to make your own blends here. But I say, what can you do? What if you waste $20 and screw it up? Oh my goodness, the end of the world. No, you learned a lesson. And my one guy at our Stag Tobacconist, farther up on Austin Bluffs, just past Academy, he gave me a tip. He said, whenever you get tobacco that you hate, and I've gotten a few tobaccos that I just despise, he said, get a big jar, throw them all in a big jar, keep throwing it in the big jar. And he said, after a couple of years, go ahead and smoke it. An amazing thing will happen. You'll have the finest tobacco in the entire world, and it'll be a blend of everything. All the stuff you didn't like, it comes out that you like it. So I've been doing that. Hey, this is extending a little bit far, isn't it? But you know why? A good pipe and a good bourbon. That's what life is all about, isn't it? So this is the old guy signing off. I want to tell you, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. Hit like and hit subscribe. Bye now. So here I am. It's done. 1 full hour later. I think that works.